Beijing's hutongs have a history of more than 700 years, but many houses inside the maze-like alleys are old, worn out, and lack many basic facilities for daily use. But now efforts are being made to bring the hutongs into the 21st century while maintaining the history and generations-old communities. Our reporter Wang Mangmeng has more.
62-year-old Dong Xuemei has lived in a hutong all her life. Her family's house is small and dilapidated, but they're used to this way of living.
In my old house, the dust is always coming down from the roof. I have to wash my hair once every 3 days using the shampoo twice each time. The over 100-years-old house is too shabby and dusty.
A distinctive feature of ancient Beijing, hutong is a Mongolian word meaning water well. Hutongs, or alleys lined by courtyard houses, were first constructed during the Yuan dynasty in the 13th to 14th centuries. Back then, people built their homes around water wells as a living necessity. For hundreds of years, these neighborhoods stood the test of time, reflecting their deep cultural legacy. But with Beijing's rapid urbanization, ancient hutongs now face a wealth of challenges. Crumbling rooftops, cracked walls, and broken windows. Renovating is a challenge, especially if it involves old historical houses. But this man offers a solution. James Chen is a Chinese-American born and raised in California. He and his partners are trying to help local residents live in a modern way while keeping the old houses fully intact in Dashilar, one of the oldest hutongs in Beijing.
So what's going to happen to this entire courtyard? Different space, different function?
Well, this side will be offices, and over here will be an exhibition space. We'll be showing information on our plug-in system, so we'll be explaining this whole project. And then next to this is a space of one of the local residences.
Individual?
Yeah. He grew up here, and he's lived here for I don't know, like 50 years. And he wants to stay here, and we're happy with that. But we're especially excited that he's interested in using the plug-in for his space. These are not people with a lot of money, so and I think they're very careful with anything that they do. So the fact that they're willing to take part of this pilot, I think is a very positive thing.
The plug-in is a prefabricated panel made of that incorporates structure, insulation, wiring, plumbing, windows, doors, interior and exterior finishes into one modeled part. The panels are light, easy to handle, and cheap to ship. They snap and lock together with the use of a single tool, a hex wrench. The entire structure can be assembled by a few people in one day and requires no skill or special training.
The reason why we've approached it this way, not tearing anything down, is also because we value a lot of this history. Even when things don't look so elegant or so perfect, in fact, there's a lot of important traces of history there. I think the most important thing, the people in these areas, they're the ones that make these environments attractive. It's, you know, you could have really nice looking buildings, but if you don't have the kind of life that you have in the hutongs, then it's sort of pointless. So the people, you know, selling things on the streets, or the kids playing around, all that kind of.
After the renovation, the house won't be that dumb. It will be clean. Our neighbors are saying that I'm living in a box.
Liang Ying works for a company that invites designers and students to put their skills to good use in renovating hutongs.
Dashilar Hutong has a history of over 600 years. It was used to be a very popular place, and it was the birthplace of Beijing opera. But for now, Dashilar got less and less attention. It's becoming a shabby area near the city center. People are not willing to come to this place.
This pilot project provides a temporary solution that has the potential to become a long-term one. But getting everyone on board isn't that easy. Many people we spoke to who have lived here for generations are more reluctant to change. They say everything is fine the way it is.
您对这东西感兴趣吗？
不太感兴趣。
会考虑自己家装吗？
不会装。
那主要考虑是什么呢？
我觉得一个那天我进去试了试，看看味儿挺冲的。再一个呢，本来屋子就不大，也就10米左右的房，你再给我弄这么一个，弄这样的格局，屋里更小了。
We've squished our original wall thickness down to 50 millimeters now, so it's very, very thin. You would probably not see that really anywhere. But it functions just as well as a wall that's 5 times its thickness. We've worked very hard to try to find ways of getting people to come on board and say, okay, yes, this does make my space much better than before.
It's only take 1 or 2 days to finish the installation without disturbing the neighbors. The cost is relatively low, and we can make full use of the space. Actually, it is very cold when winter comes, but inside the plug-in, it's really warm. Some neighbors come inside and said they also want to do this.
But it's not all perfect. James says they're working to make the project more efficient and are trying to provide more design choices for different types of courtyards.
All kind of moving into this area. The Dashlar project and us together, we're interested in having this be something that is really mass-produced in large quantities. We've developed an online system where you can design your own space. You can add a toilet, add a kitchen. You see how the space would be organized. You can also calculate how much it would cost, how much energy you'll be saving.
James also admits that Hutong residents need more time to fully embrace his group's ideas.
So what brought you here, James? What's your personal interest in this project?
Well, our office is actually also in a courtyard house. It's next to the Forbidden City, so a bit north of here. Originally, people thought it was really strange that a design office would want to be in a courtyard house in a residential area. But for us, this is where we get a lot of our inspirations from, just kind of from the everyday life and how people solve, their everyday problems. That actually helps us a lot with how we decide to approach our designs.
Liang Ying, who brought this project to Dashlar, believes it could inspire more ideas.
Why we want to introduce this project to the residents is that we want them to know we're trying to renovate the whole Dashlar area. So in this way, if they have better ideas, they can just tell us, and then we will try to realize it.
Despite some residents' skepticism and resistance to change, people like James are determined to bring a new look and feel to Beijing's old neighborhoods while preserving their culture. For Assignment Asia, I'm Wang Mengmang in Beijing, China.